Alright, so while everyone is doing Vlogmas, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not participating in it because I am deep diving into financial literacy. While it's probably not the most exciting aspect, I took a deep, hard dive on my personal finances, on really what I wanted to see and how I wanted to go into this next year, and how I just really wanted to restructure and recreate my life and not give any type of excuses, any type of repeating cycles. And I just finished a book. Hold on. I just finished one book called Financial Literacy for All, and this is by John Hope Bryant, who is founder of the Operation Hope, who help, business owners, small business owners with understanding financial literacy and how to really help it within their organization and why communities actually need financial literacy. Now, I will give the book probably a 6 out of 10 because it does a lot of introduction. It gives a lot of back history as far as financial literacy and how it affects certain communities such as the Black and Brown community and the whole ordeal with that. Now, as far as financially literate Okay. As far as financial literacy tips, it doesn't give too much of that, and it does have 2 pages of resources towards the end of the book, but it definitely put me into a deep dive of diving in for myself. Did I learn anything necessarily new from the book that I could apply to my life today? No. Nothing that I already didn't know, but it just made me opened up the rabbit hole onto how I could really solidify myself for my family, for my future generations, and really build wealth. So, if you guys are interested in following my journey, welcome along here. This originally was a UGC creators page, but now I am solely dedicating it to financial literacy, just documenting my journey and whatever I find along the way. I am going to be putting all of my resources and everything within my Substack, so you're more than welcome to follow me there. And like I said, those will be the actual linked resources and things. But here I'm documenting my raw experience. And so for day one is pretty much let's getting clear on what we want to materialize. So I do have a concept of materializing and creating your reality. Everything is spiritual, mental, and physical. So spiritually, you have to be aligned with it. And this does not involve any type of religion. This is truly how you are as a person, the way that you resonate within the world, the way that you see yourself within the world, your self-concept, your belief about yourself, your confidence, all of that. How you show up mentally. Do you have any type of mental clutter? Do you have any type of mental barriers that is causing resistance within this? And then aligned action of how you actually work on that on a day-to-day basis throughout all your choices. And that's kind of how I broke down day one. And I really wanted to get clear about my goals. So like I said, I'm documenting the first 90 days. It could go longer, but I know that I'm committing myself to 90 days. And my first day, I am just getting really honest and brutal with myself. And brutal probably isn't the right word, but I'm just getting really honest with myself about where I am financially. I have money in all of my accounts. My credit cards are almost maxed out and I'm making payments towards them. But I want to make sure that by the end of the 90 days, I can use my credit cards as assets. I can actually have investments that are procuring throughout my time. And I have a emergency fund, a savings fund, as well as an investment fund, and then my personalized finances. I want to make sure I get that together and open up officially my business bank account. Because I have been running my business for a year solely off of Venmo. And while that does have a little bit of separation, just structuring your business in general it's very important to separate those things. So I'm going to be documenting everything that I learn here. So, yeah. here we are. So day one, let's get clear. The camera quality is pretty sucky, but that's okay because we're on my iPad and not my phone right now. But it doesn't matter because we have things to do. So right now is day one of my 90 days of financial literacy for myself, and today is really let's get clear on where we want to go and where we are currently. I'm gonna write my goals down. So for my 90 days, okay, so I want all my credit cards paid down. I want a $1,500 emergency fund, which that's one of my cards. I'm gonna say I want a 10K savings for my rainy day, and I want 5K investments. I'm gonna just give myself like a 2K personal fund. That's for like my maintenance, if I want a massage, if I want to get my nails done, if I want to get my hair done. Like, just set that aside. And this is within the 90 days. Sustainable income from my business, which is VP Aesthetics. I'm not going to put a cap on it because I've noticed that I never want to put caps on things that are coming in because I never want to limit myself. But I do want a sustainable income from VPA, and let's just say extra income from online platforms. Whether that be my Substack, whether that be YouTube, whether that be TikTok, I don't know. I don't really know. So yeah, that's what the clarity of what I want. Oh, and my credit score. We're going to try to get to 720 credit score. Right now, I am at a 640. And if I pay off my credit cards, and I'm having more income to do that, then I feel like 720 is good for me, at least. I was at 425 last year. But it's okay, we all make mistakes, and like I said, this is why I'm on this financial literacy journey, so don't judge me. Yeah, I'm really not ashamed. I read through my first Financial Literacy for All book. This is my first book that I read. I would say it's a 6 out of 10. It has great resources and things that I learned. Anything necessarily new? Not really. But as far as that I could like utilize and things, no, not really. But there was great history that I did learn about why our financial gap in America specifically is the way that it is. And I learned a lot of backstory about, how our communities and environments are affected due to the lack of financial literacy. And I was like, well, I don't want to be on the wrong side of history, so I rather go ahead and just educate myself, because you can never over-educate yourself about a subject that you don't know. And obviously I'm not in the best financial position, so I want to make sure that I am, and I rather learn it, apply it, and pass it on versus not know it, try to figure it out, and I'm not ending up anywhere. So I listed my goals, and now I'm going to actually go through all of my accounts, and we're just going to be brutally honest with where we are. My actual bank accounts. So I have a USAA for my personal as well as my bills. Probably accepting online payments, but right now it's my business account, and I want to change that into my business account. Let me put that on my goals, to open business account. And now I'm going to put, how do I want to do this? My bills right now are like $3,200 a month, so that has to stay in there. My personal account, what did I say? I wanted $2,000 in there. And I'm gonna actually go on the other side and write what's actually in there right now, so I can see my point A to point B. and my payments are due on the 13th. So Kickoff and Self are actually credit builders, and they've helped me a lot to build my credit. Like I said, this time last year I was at 425. I'm now at 643. All right, now let's see where we're at currently. And I have to sit with this number and just really be honest and truthful with this number. So first, I'm going to start off with the Self one, since that was the first app that I already had. Right now, I have an available credit of $4.08. Ooh. $4.08. Okay. Jeez. Okay. And let's go to my USA. Jesus. Right now, in my personal account, I have $7.46. In my bills account, I have $6.76, with a total of $14.22. Oh gosh. Okay. This is nice. On my Kickoff, I have a $1.23. On my Navy Federal, I have 64 cents. And in my savings, I have $0 at the moment. All right, with my other two credit cards, this is the moment of truth. Oh man, I am putting myself on the burner. But this is good. This is good because, you know, some people won't ever show you this, and I know that I'm going to reach my goals, but hey, this is where I'm starting at. This is real. Right now I have a balance of $695. So my available balance that I currently have for the milestone card is $4. Okay. None of these are negative, so hey, that's a win in my book, because I used to be negative a couple hundred. All right, and we also have $4 in my Destiny. And then my Venmo, which is my business account, I have a whopping, $12.47 in one account, and then $316.60 in like the actual account. Okay. So my business account is the only thing that I actually have money in. Everything else, we're not in the negatives, so that's really good. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit with this. I know my numbers, so I literally wrote it down. I wrote this down. I'm gonna come up with a game plan, and I'll probably share that in part 2. So, but this is the 90-day